Liquor Talk, the men's only round starts now. The first men's only round of season 9, fellas. We are here. Mr. New Orleans Finest is joining us virtually, but me and Juggy are holding it down. Pour it up, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoyed the sober session of the last episode. I hope y'all enjoyed that sober session because we ain't being sober tonight. We sipping tonight. We on a little brown. You see what we sipping on.
The brown keep you down.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Hey, I gave y'all that sober session with that beautiful lady. Hope y'all go check out that episode. That lady drove from Polk County to be there too. Drove from Polk County, came hang out in Tampa. Shout out to Tarika. Fine lady, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all go talk. Y'all chop it up her if y'all need anything to know about your business finances. But for the first time during season 9, I get to chop it up with my fellas. Juggy, how you doing today, man?
Bro, I'm blessed and highly favored.
Yes.
I'm appreciative of where I'm at. I'm appreciative of what we have going on. And I am ready to mash on tonight's topics.
Yes, sir. Mr. N.O. Finest, how you doing, my brother? I know he on cloud 9 because the Saints won the other day. So I know he on cloud 9. How you doing, my brother?
Isn't it what what is it, 504 to the meat show?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know how y'all do.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the 504. Hey, I got to take a trip there in 2026, man, because y'all be getting lit down there, man.
I've heard that's the second time I've heard that in the last 2 weeks, Vic.
So, yeah, I've been hearing that as well. I've had a lot of people tell me that as well. Got some people talking about going to New Orleans, talking about driving there. I'm like, I don't know about driving there, but I'm down to catch a flight. And now we can plan to take flights again because the government shutdown has finally ended. We're gonna start off here because I know Juggy wants all the smoke with this because I'm about tired of hearing about this president y'all elected focusing on other things, telling the commanders, "Oh, we need to name the stadium after me." Bro, you is focused on the wrong thing. By the time they open that damn stadium, your ass won't even be in office. And then my dog told me today, as we were coming in, that he got health issues. He is worrying about the wrong things. Like, and I remember one time he had criticized Obama for having a government shutdown. What you gotta say now? Because we done had this 40+ day shutdown where people ain't going to work, people ain't getting their benefits. Man, fellas, this is where we're gonna start because politics, it made me drink. So hey, where y'all want to go?
We are dealing with the most corrupt president in our country's history. Trump has Bibles. Trump has knives. Trump has cups. Everything is a Trump version. Trump even came out with shoes, and some of these fools out here bought them. And guess what? He's selling America to the highest bidder. They said they didn't want to put the pipeline out in the Northwest. He did it anyways. They said not to take that old-ass jet from Qatar that they still got to pour hundreds of millions of dollars in to make it good enough for a president. They told him not to do that. He did it anyway. This man is so stupid. A tariff traditionally is considered a tax on the American people. Do you know this dumbass said you're going to get $2,000 refunds from tariffs on taxes that are on the people? That's a $2,000 refund when it's a tax on the people. How can you do that?
Get him, dog.
He wants to end IRS. He's firing black women. I will be required by my faith to forgive, to make it into heaven. But I'm going to tell y'all gentlemen something right now. I will never, ever forget him, MAGA Mike Johnson, RFK Jr. with the brainworms, Cash Patel with his eyes going 2 different directions like a parallelogram. I will never, ever forget the way they did this country. And Ron DeSantis, Your time is short.
Rob said, your time up, buddy. Your time is up. It's like these Republicans worry about the wrong damn things, man. Especially driving through Florida, every fucking street got all this damn construction. Yet Mr. DeSantis want to turn away government money.
Listen,
I already know what Godfrey finna say. He gonna say something about America's karma. Go ahead, Godfrey. Go ahead and remind us of America's karma. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, fucking ballroom. And he taking taxpayers' dollars to do that shit instead of improving it. Instead of getting SNAP benefits to people who done lost out on their benefits while the government was shut down. Instead of making it better for them, you want to do something that only who does that only benefit, huh? Because who the hell gonna get to go to the White House?
Can I tell you what the best part about all this situation is, real quick, fellas? Let me tell you what the best part is. Because Senate Democrats capitulated and bitched up by giving in to a pinky promise from Republicans, there's something that came out of that. Adelina Grahova, 214th signature was signed to release the Epstein files. And let me tell y'all something right now. There are files coming out that said the emails and documents that are basically saying Jeffrey Epstein in 2017, after the whole scandal of him being an international kingpin pedo, was in the White House with Donald Trump. In the White House. They're saying there's documents. I have not substantiated this, so please do your research. But allegedly, there's documents saying that Donald Trump was sucking off Bill Clinton.
Oh, hell no! Oh, Lord! Did y'all just hear this bombshell? Wait a minute, Bill Clinton. First Monica Lewinsky, and then you had Trump. What the fuck is hell are we doing? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck?
Let me tell y'all something right now. I don't care who's in the files. They gotta get got when all the information comes out. Nobody's safe. I don't care if they're Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Democratic, Socialist, Working Party, Family Party. I don't care. If your name was on that list, firing squad. For being a traitor to America, and a pedo is somebody who messes with children.
Y'all are sick, man.
Children! And there's word on the street that Melania Trump was leftovers from Jeffrey Epstein that he sold to Donald Trump back in the early 90s. But again, that is hearsay. I have not substantiated that. I'm just telling you what a lot of political reporters are talking about in their public group chats. More to come. They haven't even scratched the surface. They got terabytes of information.
Terabytes.
When all this is said and done, Donald Trump must be impeached.
Bruh, Juggy done hit us with some facts over here. This man said he ain't have time to research it. It sounded like he researched it to me.
Bro, again, some of the information, this is all breaking news. It has not been analyzed. But we see why Donald Trump did not want to release the Epstein files. Now he's online saying it's a Democrat problem. Excuse me, Republicans control House. Republicans control Senate. Republicans control judiciary. Republicans control White House. Republicans have all of the major government three-letter organizations.
So if they have all of that, what the hell do Democrats got to do with it?
So what the Democrats got to do, because the Democrats don't have enough votes to overturn anything. So guess who's in charge?
Y'all are.
Republicans. Listen. Can attest to this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing politics since 2010.
Damn.
Am I lying? I told people politics affects everything. I've been saying that for 16, almost 17 years.
Yes.
People told me I was crazy. Now, you didn't get your food stamps. You know why? Politics. You didn't get your health care tripling. You want to know why? Politics. You might not get your temporary cash assistance. You want to know why? Politics. We might not live in a democracy anymore. Do you want to know why it's not a free country and ICE is snatching Native Americans and Americans off the streets and nobody knows where they're going and they're snatching people's purses? You want to know why? Politics. So I bet not ever hear anybody say, I'm not voting because it doesn't matter. Ever again. It's not you in person. Educate yourself on these political issues before it's too late. And I'm off my soapbox.
Yes, you good, man. You good. You good. As long as you feeling better now. As long as you got it off, you good, man. You know. I know, man. Just like. And he didn't even have that much of it. It's like but it sounds like there was more than the Disarona. It does sound like this shit been building up and building up. And I understand because we've been living in this shit. TSA all shut down and stuff because of politics, of course. Man, I'm talking lines out the wazoo. They're having to shut down airports. So
the troops in the food bank lines. The troops. Don't Republicans love the military?
But the Republicans love the military. Not as much as they love Israel, though. Not as much as they love Israel.
Go ahead.
Okay. You know what? We gonna get you back on your channel, man, because I can't wait for BLJ Radio to get back on and pop. I will be there for that, you know. But
you know I'm gonna be the first person I call, bro, because when I say I'm gonna go ham.
Hey, me and Godfrey just need front row seats. Fuck it. Me and Godfrey.
I'm gonna make sure it's live on TikTok too.
Yes, me and Godfrey are gonna have front row seats. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. I hope y'all enjoyed the first few minutes where we got the politics out the way. We had to discuss politics. Fellas, do you know what happens in the month of November? Anybody?
What was that, Godfrey?
That and something else. It's Thanksgiving month, guys. Fellas, we gotta talk about Thanksgiving, you know. I mean, we gonna have everybody talking about some turkey and everybody gonna be posting their plates on social media. And then we're gonna have to watch the Cowboys get their asses whooped, and then, you know, so what are some things y'all want to change about Thanksgiving?
I think one of the things that I want to change about Thanksgiving is let's stop telling lies about it. The settlers that came from Europe who wanted to practice their version of Christianity came over. They was about to die because they didn't know how to grow crops in this continent.
Right.
The Native Americans were kind enough, even though they were killing people because they brought diseases, the Native Americans were kind enough to show them how to grow corn. So that they wouldn't die in the winter. And I'm telling y'all right now, that dinner that they had for Thanksgiving, I can't remember the year, Vic. We should be thankful to our Native American family.
Yes.
The ones that they pushed on reservations the ones that they exclusively give the casinos to because they won't give them anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Native Americans, they was here before everybody else.
They were here, yes, they were here before everybody else. And also, Native Americans and black people were getting along just fine before them colonizers showed up. Well, we were getting together all along in perfect harmony.
So to be sure, Native Americans and African Americans did have some issues. There were some Native American tribes that did enslave black people. I know that there's somebody going to be in the comments that's going to say, oh, well, some of the Native American tribe, they enslaved us because they were working with some of the settlers as they moved west. I understand that.
Uh-huh.
But guess what? Many Native American tribes was where black people could run to, especially in Florida and Mississippi.
Yes.
Yes. Where do you think the Florida State Seminoles comes from?
Hell yeah! Look at the Seminoles. Look at your family good lines. We got some Indian in us. Look at your family lines and stuff, y'all. I definitely agree. We definitely need to tell the truth. Like, look at your bloodlines. Definitely look, because all of us got some Indian in us. So go ahead and definitely take a look at your bloodlines. You know, I don't know if I trust 23andMe, you know, because they giving away our shit and all. So, but go ahead and definitely take. You say Ancestry.com? Yep, no. So, what's something else you think that you changed about Thanksgiving, Godfrey? He does have a point, though. But go ahead, Juggy, about Black Friday.
We're not doing that. We're on strike from major corporations, black-owned businesses only. These businesses are working with those same people I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You get what you need from a black-owned business, or don't shop at all. Hurt them in their pockets. I'm telling y'all right now, this is serious. Go ahead.
Yes. And you said as if the situation gets dicey, though. Did he go out?
Saying that? You know, can you hear us?
What'd you say, though? I think it's his Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy answer is go to WeBuyBlack.com. I'll say it again, WeBuyBlack.com.
Yeah.
Instagram usually has a lot of black-owned businesses that have digital storefronts. I know some of y'all don't like it, but I think Tabitha Brown, she has products that are in Target. I guess if you were to go to Target, you could specifically buy her products. Listen, if you got to get supplies, great. But going in debt for the Christmas gifts from Black Friday, we not on that. They not paying enough. They not giving us our benefits. They shutting down TSA. They shut down the government for over a month. Don't give these corporations that are in cahoots with these people your money. The money is the only thing that a lot of these people care about. 99.9%.
That's a
You
fact.
must hit them where it hurts in order for them to change.
Yes, you definitely got to hit them in the pockets. That's how you affect change. The one thing I would definitely change about Thanksgiving is having to take disrespect from family members. No, like we need to be sometimes somebody. So we need to be able to have clap back at people with no remorses, with no regards or no consequences. Because no offense to the elders, but some elders they get downright disrespectful. Some elders, some cousins, they always get disrespectful, and your family gotta tell you, "Oh, that's so and so." You know how so and so is. Fuck that. We are about to be in 2026. If you do not stand up for yourself, you'll never stand up for yourself. If you take disrespect from your family, you'll take disrespect from anybody else, from corporations, from jobs, from lovers. you'll just be okay with it. No, don't take the disrespect. Match the disrespect with the disrespect. I'm choosing violence, damn it. Because you get tired of going around so-and-so and they always got something to say. Well, clap back at their asses. Because I guarantee you, they're a lot more miserable than you are. And that's why, and to make themselves feel better, they got to clap at you about something you're working on.
Bar. They playing on Turkey Day again. They playing on Turkey Day again?
Yes, and they're playing the Chiefs on Turkey Day.
Ooh,
every year.
I don't know about that one, dog.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. But every year that is tradition where the Lions and Cowboys play on Thanksgiving. That's the one thing I said I wanted to change. I'm like, can't y'all flex it out? Like, if the Cowboys and Lions are good, let them stay. But if they're trash, because it's by week 12, week 13, we should know who's trash and who's preparing for the playoffs. Man, go ahead and flex out the games. Let's get some good games on instead of watching the annual ass whoopings or the one game they decide to show up. Because I remember back in the day, the Lions were always ass, but on Thanksgiving, that's the one game that they decide to play hard.
Well, now the Lions is a good team.
Yeah, they taking kneecaps and biting shins and stuff. Yeah, they've been making a killing. Hey, they damn coach said it, and now he calling plays and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think plenty of Jaguars fans got a love-hate relationship with Trevor Lawrence. Just like the Dolphins fans are probably done with Tua.
I'm putting it out there in the ether. Eat the contract, trade Trevor Lawrence for Shedeur Sanders, get it over with.
Ooh.
I'm tired. I'm tired, bro. 2 fumbles, 1 interception. This man is the most mercurial player I've ever seen. We gave him a chance because he got a new coach.
And now you making this coach look bad because you saw what Liam Cohen did with Baker Mayfield. And so I'm like, okay, you saw what he did with Baker Mayfield when he was with the Bucks. So the Jag was like, okay, maybe he can replicate that. But at some point, you got to look at the players.
Our quarterback peaked in week 4 Monday Night Football against
the Chiefs.
Patrick Mahomes. He almost had a hiccup at the end of the game, but became a hero. I give him his props for that. But my guy, your interception, your fumbles versus your touchdowns, they should not be close.
And bro, you making all this money and you only took the Jaguars to the playoffs one time. They only made the playoffs with the Jags, and now the Colts got the Giants' old quarterback Daniel Jones, and now they out here looking like a juggernaut. I'm like, what am?
They probably gonna win the division. I ain't gonna even front you because we lost to Houston, but it's crazy out here. What's your outlook for the Saints, Godfrey?
No, my issue with the Saints is if you're gonna trade him, why not trade everybody? Trade all the damn veterans. Give them a chance to go try to get a ring somewhere else. I understand they want to be all loyal and stuff, but
hey, what you trade?
ooh,
Ooh,
5 concussions.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. 5 concussions in 4 years, and he won a 2 for him, man. You better take what you can get, man, because bruh, you need to go ahead and rebuild because you need all the picks you can get because Last time I checked, there are Hall of Famers that got drafted in rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So don't be so hell bent on getting a first or second round pick.
Hey, Godfrey.
He was a trash ass coach too.
That makes no sense.
Bruh, I've been hearing rumors through the rumor mill that the NBA might be looking to relocate some teams instead of get that expansion fee because I heard the NBA owners were like, we'd rather relocate some teams rather than to split that money up. And you know who they're looking at? There are two teams in particular. One is your Pelicans, and the other ones are the Memphis Grizzlies. So and what I'm hearing is Seattle and Las Vegas have been at the top of the food chain when it comes to NBA relocation, you know. So I mean that would I don't know, man.
So
I don't know. I don't know because they've been doing it just fine. I don't know. That makes sense that you would have to relocate some Western teams to the East. So, but I don't know how they would do that.
hey, speaking of basketball, what's your
Or
interesting?
that's interesting. Or they might relocate. They may actually relocate those teams because those arena deals come up. Because I know the Pelicans arena deal comes up in 2030, and I know Memphis is not too far behind, and you know they can't be consistent for whatever because I mean, it's safe to say that the Pelicans and Grizzlies missed on them two draft picks because Zion can't stay healthy and John Morant wants to be a hood nigga.
Hey, I was just getting ready to ask you what your assessment is of Z so far, Godfrey.
And why
This
they
season specifically. Huh?
why I'm surprised they ain't trade his ass because I'm thinking with the new GM they were gonna trade him and stuff. They were looking to trade. I think they were gonna trade him and just cut ties with him and get a new face to the franchise. But I guess they trying to hold on to him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Ooh. Them, hey, dang, them niggas are 2-9?
them niggas are yes, they are 2-9 right now. And they wonder why the head coach hadn't been fired. But I'm like, when are y'all gonna learn it's not just the head coach, it's everybody that need to go. It ain't just the head coach. You can't just be going through head coaches and stuff. Yeah, he keep on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one thing. That's one thing that's annoying about the leagues and stuff. They always pay these guys based on their potential and what they did at college, instead of what have you done for me lately? Have you taken me to a conference final? Have you taken me to a championship? Didn't pay you. Didn't pay you out the zoo. But if they gonna walk, let them walk. Shit.
I'm looking at the Western Conference right now. OKC on top again. Denver in second, and San Antonio on third. Houston in fourth. LA in fifth, and Memphis in sixth. Even my Golden State Warriors are down in ninth place. It's very competitive. New Orleans, you know, I know you talked about the 2 draft picks. They have a lot of talent. For Zion, I understand that he can be a great player, but it's like, bro, I don't understand why he's not developed. His first NBA game, I remember, in his first NBA game, regular season, he hit 4 3-pointers.
Yeah, he was killing it.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Everybody was hyping him. But I just don't understand. He act like he couldn't shoot after that. It's like he almost had a Ben Simmons syndrome.
I was just about to say, did he get the same?
I don't understand.
Did he get the same thing Ben Simmons got?
I don't understand. That would have prevented so many injuries.
Mm. Yeah, but he was making. Oh, damn. Listen, that was. You know what?
Oh,
Listen,
bro, they cooked his behind.
they cooked his behind. And you know what? They cooked his behind, and also it's like I still blame the ownership for that, because last time I checked, owners can overrule them trades and say absolutely not. So if you're gonna fire somebody, fire yourselves for not stopping that damn trade. Because I remember Mark Cuban said if he was still in charge, that trade would have gone down. And ironically, now that Nico Harrison is then got fired, Mark Cuban got a little more influence now. So I'm like, why the hell y'all basing it on a Nike executive who don't know shit about the NBA when all he knows is Nike, you know? So,
bro,
yes, he turned down Steph Curry. So what the hell? I don't know what the hell Dallas was thinking. Like, because a few years ago they were in the finals. You supposed to build on that.
hey,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Davis ever played a full season uninjured?
I think the 1 or 2 seasons he did, I think one of the seasons the Lakers won the title. But yeah, I think one of them seasons he was healthy, fully healthy. He played like 70 some games. The Lakers won the title. And going back to your point about Nico Harris, I think he did that deal out of loyalty to Rob Pelinka, because OKC and New York had draft picks. You could have contacted OKC in New York and got some damn draft capital.
How do these guys get these positions and then mess it up so bad, make all this money, bro? If I had them resources, bro, it wouldn't be no bad decisions out here.
What? Everything will be calculated to the T, to where they can trust me, you know, not making these dumbass decisions, man. But NBA season is gonna be interesting. It just got started. I'm loving the NBA on NBC, being back on NBC and Amazon doing yes. That's so nostalgic. I love the nostalgic with the new graphics and stuff. And then Amazon Prime doing their thing. It just sucks that neither one of them got the finals though. Boring ass ESPN got the finals and shit, you know. Man, go ahead, quit. Man, go ahead and settle your differences with Disney already, man. Shit.
Hey, props and shout out to Detroit.
Yeah, shout out to the Pistons though, you know.
10-2, first place, Eastern Conference. Kay Cunningham said, I'll do it, coach. Put me in, coach. Yo, they were in the dumpster for like almost a decade?
Yeah, they've been in dumpster for a while.
They went in that dumpster for a long time.
See, that's what happens when you hire a competent coach that wants to be there, you know. Not just throw money at a damn coach and don't expect and not really hold him accountable because, hey, you had a coach that has something to prove. So, hey, that's what happens. Kudos to Detroit. And also Orlando, I see you. You know, y'all need to make some things happen. And also shout out to Miami, too, even though, you know, I don't know when Pat Riley's going to retire and all, but still, shout out to Miami. Fellas, keep moving, y'all. This is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. This is the men's only round. Fellas, I got a good question for y'all tonight. I was at work earlier today, and one of my buddies texted me something, and it kind of stumped me. And I figured I'd ask y'all, okay, what does peace look like to you guys? Because I was riding, I had made one stop, checked everything was clear, and then made another stop. I'm like, dang, you text me this at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's been stuck on my mind. And the best I came up with was peace. I guess peace to me is knowing that I'm going to do everything I got to do on my end, and, you know, and hoping everything else works out. But I know for me personally, I'd feel like more peace if I had 2 incomes compared to 1. But I mean, what do y'all think when y'all hear peace from a man's perspective?
When I think of peace, okay, I will. When I think of peace, I think about. When I think of peace, I think about being mentally healthy. Mm-hmm. I think about having cash in my pocket. My wife is good. I have a quiet, clean home. I'm in good steps with my family and my close friends. And I'm in a grateful place. That's peace to me. That's peace and happiness for me. And, you know, for humans in general, it doesn't happen a lot anymore, especially in this country, what we're going through. But I think it's still possible. It just requires work. Peace is like freedom. Mm-hmm. It is not free. It does not come overnight. You have to work at it. You have to work on your mental state. Vic, we haven't talked about it in a long time, but just a reminder, if you need therapy and you're a man, there's no shame.
Yes, there's no shame.
I just want to tell everybody out there that you deserve peace. You deserve happiness. You deserve to enjoy the things that make you happy. Nobody should be able to take that away from you. And I understand how the world is, but I'm just letting you know, put that seed inside of you. Don't give up on your hopes. Don't give up on your dreams. But that's what peace looks like to me.
I agree. Before you go, Godfrey, I will say this. This slipped my mind, or I should have said this at the beginning of the episode. But prayers up to the Fallen Cowboy. What's his name? Marshawn something. Marshawn Nealon. Prayers up for his family and stuff, you know, because he died from a parent's suicide. So that's the beginning. That's the one thing we don't want to happen. So prayers up for his family. But men, we need to be making it to our 70s and 80s before we leave this earth, man. We don't need to be dying when we're in our 20s and 30s and 40s. If some shit is going on, we need to talk about it. And also to take it to Louisiana real quick, rest in peace to Kyron Lacey, because if he would have just stuck it out, he would have been found innocent because they had no footage of him. All the footage showed that he was miles away, and them crooked ass cops would have been held accountable for trying to frame him. If somebody would have just been in his ear like, bro, we're going to fight this. We're going to get through him. And you know what? And I can understand why LSU don't fuck with Brian Kelly, because it's like, coach, what the fuck are you doing, man? Be in that brother's ear, you know? Go ahead, Godfrey. Go ahead. You got it, man. Damn. Wow.
Not a coincidence, bro.
If you ain't my brother from another mother, man, shit. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
50-year mortgage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm, of course. Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
I did not know that.
Wow. I don't think that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Spitting
That
temple facts, bro.
That is a big fact because a lot of people out here trying to be Superman for people that wouldn't even check on them to make sure their mentals ain't right, or if you go, or they're trying to go all out for somebody, or you got a lot of brothers, young brothers out here, young brothers, old brothers, going hard for a woman, but that woman's who won't even check on them, make sure their mentals right, but her intuition triggering if he talking to another woman, but you won't check on him, make sure his mentals are okay. So we gotta definitely. What's that? Nah, we gotta stop trying to be heroes out here, people. Try to be, try to find your partner because you know what, and that's why I like Godfrey. I'm single by choice because we just gotta own that shit now. Because like nobody don't want to be partners. Everybody needs handouts and stuff, but that takes a toll on your mental health and stuff. So, but when you do find that person, part of being part of finding that person is just being there for them mentally, being that peace for them. Us men, I learned this from a podcast I did a few weeks ago, where sometimes older gentleman told me he said a lot of men when their woman is venting to them, we're trying to figure out a solution instead of just being there in the moment with her, empathizing with her, and just helping her through that moment. And then finding the solutions later because the ladies they really appreciate it when we're there. Our presence, that masculine presence of just being there and just listening to her, like getting it all off her sounding board and then making sure she's okay instead of trying to be the fixer and stuff. Because us men, we are trained naturally to fix things, but sometimes we just gotta sit there and listen and just be like, "Hey, baby, you all right?" Let it and just let it get off her chest, and she'll feel a whole lot better. Y'all can add on to that if y'all want.
I mean, just to add on what Godfrey's saying, you know, make sure you pour time into people that really care about you.
Of course.
Both of y'all care about me. We talked many times about how far back me and Godfrey go. We go back to, what is it, '07? I think it's '07, '08. I think it's '07. I think that, you know, FSCJ, FCCJ, then FSCJ. Um, the bowling club, I think about sometimes everybody doesn't have close friends that they can depend on and they can talk to. I know that I have people, you guys, I have some other friends as well, that if something were to happen, I have people I can depend on. I know everybody doesn't have that. But I also know that I also have an outgoing personality. I also make a point of talking to people and seeing if they can be a good friend, seeing if they will hang out. See what did they care about. See if they want to go out and party, they want to drink, or do they just want to chop it up. In order to get people in your life that really care about you, you got to be willing to do that.
Of course.
I think as men, we need to have healthy people we could talk to. You hear Uncle Shay Shay, as flawed as he is, talking about his grandma. It make you shed a tear. You think about people, and I know people will try to crucify me for this in the comments, but I'll go on that limb. You even look at P. Diddy. I'm not excusing the thing that he did. But when you look and find out and do the research in the documentaries of how he grew up and how he was done as a child.
That's a fact.
That absolutely matters.
Yeah.
That had a lot to do with how he turned out.
Same with R. Kelly as well, while we're going down that rabbit hole. Same with R. Kelly. And also, because my mom told me something about people, they say hurt people hurt others. Instead of going to get that help, they just turn around and hurt others. So it's a lot of people that if you go down that rabbit hole, somebody fucked them up. Then that's when that will justify the actions, but because along the lines they could have got the help. But as I digress, go ahead, Godfrey. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Listen. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. Yes. To that point, you're right. Yeah. That's a fact because leaders, we need people to lean on, and sometimes we, as a leader, sometimes we got to be able to defer to the co-captain, like because sometimes we might not have it that day. We might not have it that day. It'd be like, hey, you need to take over because I know some head coaches in football. They're doing a terrible job. They like, hey, they hand it off. I'm doing terrible. Look, you take over play calling because I'm not doing right. So we all need somebody to lean on. And fellas, quit leading with money. Because if you lead with the money, what the fuck you think is gonna happen? Lead with being a human being. Lead with being there. Lead with offering things that are worth more than money. Because I guarantee you, if somebody has somebody to listen to, they'll take that over the Gucci bag, over the expensive ass restaurants, over the expensive ass trips. If they had somebody to talk to and be able to help them and guide them through whatever is going through, they would rather have that than the expensive shit. So if you want to stop being looked at as a provider, stop trying. Come as a human being, not as a provider.
Facts. Yeah, facts. I better listen to this good advice.
Yes, they do. Of course, they gonna just brag. Oh, I got him to do this. I got him to do that. No, find you somebody that's out there. Like, hey, that's why I'm hoping for me and Godfrey. We just find out that person that's out there is gonna look out for us. That we kind of want that. We ain't shooting for that Jay and Beyonce love. We shooting for what we saw in our families. That love that we seen in families because some of y'all got family, got grandma, and grandpa that's been married for 70 something years. Got some aunts and uncles that have been married for 40 or 50 years. That's what you need to be shooting for. And also, people, and nothing. Find your own peace before trying to tell others how to find peace. You got to find your own peace, what peace looks like for you. And us, man, we got to get back to prioritizing our peace because if it doesn't help or align with our peace, we shouldn't be giving it at the time of the day, because that's how you get burnt out. That's how you get tired. That's how you get burnt out and stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that, my brother.
Of course, of course.
Strong words, man.
Yes, strong words, guys. Strong words. That is my call to action to y'all. Find your peace and don't let nothing stop you from finding it. Set them damn boundaries. If it violates your boundaries, let a motherfucker know. Because life is too damn short. And I'm tired of hearing stories about people. Now, I need to hear more stories about black people becoming millionaires. I need to see y'all in more rooms motivating people and stuff. Being leaders and motivating. I'm tired of seeing the funerals. I need to see us motivating, uplifting these YNs and stuff. Because if all of us are dying and stuff, what's going to happen with the YNs?
It ain't gonna be too good for them.
Of course. Yeah, no, for real. Or better yet, listen, I don't necessarily need her to be educated, but I need her to be street smart. Do you have a business? Do you have a business mindset? Do you know how to start your own LLC? Do you know what to do with business credit? Do you know how to go in there and talk to companies and sell them companies on why they need to? Do you know how to go get a grant, ma'am? Do you know how to start an online product? You know, those are some things we should look at. Not just the pretty Instagram models, because Godfrey's right. We can all look at the Instagram models. Half their asses got OnlyFans and stuff, and only they have OnlyFans. It's like the rappers who they. It's starting to remind me of the SoundCloud rappers, or the rappers that be at the gas station trying to get you to buy their CD. Like, man, can I get a donation and stuff? But fellas, this was. Hey, the weather getting colder, motherfuckers. Have some goddamn decorum, please. Shit. All right, fellas, I want to thank you both for joining me today. As always, it's a pleasure. It's always to have y'all on. The next time will be the men's round. It'll be Thanksgiving, not either Christmas or New Year's. Well, I've discussed that with them. Tell people how to get in touch with you. Godfrey, how can the people find you? That's real. That's real. Yes, go check out his books, guys. We did have a wonderful conversation. Juggy, how can the people get a hold of you, man?
Hit me up at Book of Clarity on TikTok, at Book of Clarity on YouTube, and at JD for the W on Twitter, our X.
Yes, Lord. Oh, man. Yes. And once again, man, you can find me at either Real V Jones or Liquor Talk Podcast on Instagram. On TikTok is Liquor Talk Pod. On YouTube is Liquor Talk Podcast. If you want more Liquor Talk, keep tuning in, guys. I want to thank you all. And also, shout out to all my guests out there for the present and the future guests. Come on down. Come have a drink with me. Whether you're in Tampa or whether you're virtually, come have a drink with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Liquor Talk. Until the next episode, peace, motherfuckers. Yes, sir. That was good, guys.
And we touched on everything, dog. We did politics, relationships, mental health, sports. Man, we got a good variety show, man.
Yes, sir. That's my
Yeah, we gotta work on. We've been saying it for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna put you on. Okay, it's still going. There it is.